going on the road against a team like Purdue and an environment like that, how much of a test will this game be for your team's mental toughness?
Yeah, it's going to be incredibly important to stay mentally tough this entire game, and this is the loudest arena that we're going to play in all year, and it's going to be start to finish. There's no lulls in Mackey. It's one of the true great environments in college basketball. You know, it's important those early games to get off to a good start. If you allow them to jump out and get confident, they're really hard to shut off, and they're clicking on all cylinders right now. They're playing as good as anybody in the country at this time on both ends of the floor. So got to play with poise. Need to do a better job of that, especially down the stretch, and hopefully give ourselves a chance.
You guys have bounced back pretty well after setbacks so far this year. Did you like 24 hours or so after how guys kind of responded?
Yeah, our guys they're great kids. They work hard. They're very attentive in the film sessions. Things we needed to work on, they've been great. And you know, the biggest thing with this game, you know, Purdue, if they have 35 possessions in the first half, they're going to run 30 different sets. So it's not a game you can go through every play. You know, there's been teams we've played against where they have their 8 things they run. They're really good at it. Purdue's going to run something different pretty much every time down the floor. Now, the constant is it's going to be in Braden Smith's hands. We have to do the best job we can at trying to protect the pocket. He's one of the best I've ever seen at getting that thing in the teeth of your defense. You have to contest shots knowing they're going to hit some tough ones, and you can't get deflated. If you drop your head, if you pout, it's you know, they smell blood. It's going to get real ugly. So, you know, just got to go in there and fly around, do the best we can, play with great effort, and like I said, I mean, this is a 40-minute game. You can't take a 5-minute stretch where you put your head down, you feel sorry for yourself because they're as good as anybody at taking advantage in those situations. So just go out there, fly around. No pressure, you know, try to go out some fun and give ourselves a chance.
How do you prepare for a team that runs so many things when you can't prepare for everything?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the concepts, and, you know, last year, obviously, we did a really good job, and they threw it inside, obviously, with, you know, I think all of us would have if we had Zach Edey, and, you know, he's two-time National Player of the Year, and, you know, they're different this year. They're running a lot more pick and roll with Smith. You know, the way they wrap in the paint. You got shooters coming off. We have to do a great job communicating. And then Kaufman-Wren's having a great year as well, you know, who they do throw the ball to inside. So you just have, you know, how you going to defend the pick and roll? How you going to defend, you know, staggers where their shooters coming off, and what are you going to do in the post? And, you know, then you try to go out there and execute as well as you can and take care of the ball. You know, it's going to be important. You can't give them easy ones in transition. They will run more at home. But this is the best executing team in the country, in my opinion.
Raleigh against Iowa was able to get into a lot of ISO looks in the post just because of the size and his ability to back down those smaller guys. How advantageous is have that be able to just let him go?
Yeah, I thought Raleigh was good in you know, in some back down, you know, pistol type actions that we were running, and we did miss a few opportunities where we had some mismatch to you know, to continue to take advantage of our size that we did not get to. But, you know, I thought we had some good possessions with that. And, you know, Bryce and Jawan have, you know, got matchups as well in certain games where we can put those guys in there on the post. So, you know, just, again, you know, we have looked probably a little bit more this year, you know, to try to go at matchups. Last year we were much more of a movement motion, you know, type offense with Casey and in Rink's ability to pass. So, you know, we are built different on the offensive end. We're also built different defensively. We're a much better defensive team than we were a year ago, and we just have to keep growing and making strides. You know, our first half defense against Iowa was off the charts. Second half and into overtime, it was not. So, you know, it's just the consistency, the 40-minute game that you have to play to win in this league, especially on the road.
Juwan had 13 and 13, but he was 5 of 21. Did you notice something around the rim with guys rushing it? Or
Yeah, you hit it on the head. I mean, he was rushing in the paint, and, you know, when he slows down, plays off 2 feet, he's pretty effective down there. And listen, he can finish some of those. I mean, he's got an unorthodox game in the paint where he can finish off the wrong foot. But when it's not going in, yes, 100% needed to slow down and go finish some of those. Or when they come in there and swarm and you know, bring help to be able to kick it out to a shooter. But we got 40 attempts at the rim. We missed 18 of them. And, you know, you make 5 more of those, you make a couple free throws, you know, we're not feeling as bad as we are or were after that game. So you got to learn from it. You got to put it behind you. If you let it linger, the game's going to get out of hand in a hurry on Sunday. But our guys have bounced back, as I'm confident that they would. I got to make sure the coach bounces back as well. That was a tough one.
Is there anything else you're able to glean from that before you put it all away from the film session of Iowa?
Yeah, it always, and I was the same way as a player. It always took me a day getting on the court, and then you get it, and then you finally get over it. Unfortunately, with the day off and the rules, you have to take a day. It's a long couple nights staring at the ceiling and thinking a lot about how you're going to address the team. What are you going to say in the film session? How hard we're going to go at them, and what are we going to do to learn and get better. So, those are all the things that enter your mind as you prepare and as you grow into the next step. So, again, I think our guys have done a nice job of it, and, we're doing the best we can to prepare them to give ourselves a chance.
Is there some value to going back on the road? Would you rather just be at home after a disappointment like that, or how do you think you take a step from that?
Yeah, it'd be obviously be nice to be home. Hell, I wish we played all 31 of them at PPA, but we got to go. Play in a great environment. This is going to be, again, Purdue. The way they're playing right now, they are absolutely phenomenal, and they're really hard to prepare for, really hard to defend, and their defense has been off the charts lately as well. So, we're going to have to be, pretty much play a perfect game, going out there. But again, our guys. The other thing I told her, the thing at the end of the Iowa game, I really thought our inability to finish some plays affected us for the first time all year on the other end when we lost, whether it was Sanford or Dix in transition. And we've been really good. Obviously the offense was not a thing of beauty at the end of the UCLA game, but we were able to milk the clock and shorten the game, and we defended our ass off. I thought we got a little bit, head hanging. We just can't be that team because we have lulls right now, on the offensive end. Last year we were, like I said, a much better offensive team. This year I love being built as a tough defensive-minded group. If you're going to say, what are you going to be good at, one or the other, yeah, it's fun to be offense, it's fun. But, man, if you want to win and have a chance when that thing's not going in the hoop, you'd rather have a gritty, tough-minded team, and I think that's what we are. So, we got to get over that. We can't let our inability, either finishing plays or missing shots, affect the other end. And again, that was the first time all year I saw a little bit of that. We played hard. Sometimes it's effort. It wasn't effort the other night. We still played hard. Unfortunately, they got really hot. There's a few things that happened out of our control, and you just got to find a way to finish those games.
Going off that, Juwan mentioned pretty emphatically after the game that he's determined not to have this team have the same home and away splits as last year. Do you think after a game like that, a thought of here we go again, or something that can linger with Detroit?
I don't. This team's not built that way. This team's going to bounce back and give great effort. Now, what's that mean at the end of the game? I don't know. We could play great on Sunday and still don't know what the outcome's going to be. So you just got to go out there again. Our goal at this time of year, we're 2-2 in league. Okay, we got to continue to get better every game. This is the toughest 5-game stretch of any team will have when you look at the metrics this season. So we're getting some really hard games out of the way, early in this season, and we got to learn from it, whatever the result is. And I'm confident our guys will do that.